Right.
So I do think it's possible that at the moment there's one civilization in the Milky Way.
Wow.
And so that means that we are, if you go all the way down that line of logic, we are the only island of meaning in the galaxy. I'm sure there are other civilizations out there in the universe, because there are 2 trillion galaxies.
In the vast expanse of the cosmos, stars twinkle like distant dreams, while galaxies weave their cosmic tapestries. While this happens, the human race is on a precipice of curiosity and wonder. One reverberates louder among the questions that echo through the corridors of our collective consciousness. Are we alone in the universe? What could the existence of other civilizations mean to us? Are we safe to coexist with them? But first we must ask whether we are alone in the universe. This is what Brian Cox claims.
I tend to restrict myself to the galaxy.
Right.
So I do think it's possible that at the moment there's one civilization in the Milky Way.
Wow.
And that's us. And I think that's important, actually. And it goes back to what I was saying at the start about the astronomy and cosmology being part of the framework within which you have to think. If you're looking for meaning, or you're looking for how we should behave even politically, that has a bearing to me.
When it comes to scientific issues, researchers frequently hold opposing viewpoints. The idea that the universe was created by the Big Bang, on the other hand, is widely accepted, and it is from here that we will begin this conversation. According to the Big Bang theory, the universe was initially highly dense and hot. All matter, energy, space, and time in the universe were compressed into an infinitesimally small point at the time of the singularity. It is believed that through an unimaginably rapid and intense expansion, the singularity underwent cosmic inflation. This rapid expansion then cooled, allowing the elementary particles that make up all matter and energy to form. Fundamental particles such as protons, neurons, and electrons began interacting and coalesced into more complex structures. This process continued as the universe expanded. Gravity drew the universe's matter together over millions of years, forming the first clouds of gas, from which the first stars and galaxies emerged. These first structures served as the foundation for the universe we know today. Stellar evolution resulted in galaxies' formation, which gave birth to new stars. They burned out and occasionally exploded as supernova, dispersing heavy elements throughout the universe. Planets could form in orbit around their stars as galaxies evolved. On one such world, Earth, the conditions became favorable for life to emerge. How could life be after the Big Bang, yet basic building blocks of life like carbon were unavailable? This is what happened. In the early universe, hydrogen and helium were the most abundant elements, while lithium was only in trace amounts. Large quantities of these elements were formed due to processes shortly after the Big Bang. So where then did carbon come from? The formation of carbon and other heavier elements crucial for life occurred from subsequent processes. Immediately after the Big Bang, hydrogen and helium formed stars. These stars used nuclear fusion to convert the lighter elements, hydrogen and helium, into heavier elements, such as carbon. At least on this point, most of the scientific community agrees. The question of whether life could have originated in other places remains unanswered. Brian Cox believes at least that we are the only intelligent beings in our galaxy. Why? In space science, only empirical evidence determines the veracity of claims. The search for extraterrestrial life has lasted decades, but scientists have yet to find evidence of life beyond Earth. As a result, we may be the only sentient beings in the Milky Way. How about other galaxies? Could the process of life formation in our universe have occurred in other galaxies? This is what Brian Cox says.
I'm sure there are other civilizations out there in the universe, because there are 2 trillion galaxies. I just can't believe this hasn't happened in other places. The question is, how often does it happen, and how widely spaced are the civilizations? And I think they're very widely spaced, and I think there may be 1 or 2 per galaxy on the average.
In the first place, are there other galaxies or universes besides ours? Our knowledge of this subject is currently very limited. However, some researchers believe that other galaxies may have formed similarly to our own. And could life have formed in them? What an even more complicated question. If yes, what evidence supports this claim? Given the vastness of the universe and the diverse conditions found in different galaxies, it's possible that life could have evolved elsewhere. Let me explain. Organic molecules have been discovered in a variety of astronomical environments. These molecules are essential for the development of life as we know it. Complex organic compounds can be found in these three environments: interstellar clouds, interstellar nurseries, and protoplanetary disks. One type of these compounds is amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins. The discovery of planets outside our solar system is the second advancement. These planets have been discovered within the habitable zones of their respective star systems. If an exoplanet has the proper atmosphere and enough liquid water on its surface, it may be able to support the development of life. Finally, the histories of different galaxies have revealed different patterns of star formation and chemical enrichment. Conditions favorable to planet formation and the emergence of life may be more common in galaxies with a higher metallicity, a greater abundance of heavy elements. Hence, more advanced civilizations may exist in distant galaxies, where stellar evolution and planet formation have taken more time. As a result, we may be unaware of other intelligent beings out there, and we may have to be just defenseless bystanders subject to their every whim. Why? Since it has been speculated that they may be more technologically and intellectually advanced than we are. In our own words, Brian Cox explains it like this.
If civilizations are common, or even slightly common, then there should be civilizations ahead of us.
Yes.
Because there's been so much time.
But wouldn't you want to see what that's like?
Yeah, I mean, we've been
so
around.
Compelling.
You imagine the timescales. We've been around as a civilization. Let's give it, say, 40,000 years. I don't know how long our civilization's been around. Let's say that. The galaxy is pretty much as old as the universe. It's 13 billion years worth of time. So the idea that there are no civilizations arose, 100 million years ago, 200 million years ago, 1 billion years ago. And imagine what they'd be like if they'd survived. I mean, we've been around, we've had science for, let's say, since Newton or Copernicus, 500 years at most. And look what we've done. We've gone beyond the solar system with Voyager. We've walked on the moon. We're about to go to Mars, I would think. So we're about to begin colonizing our own solar system. So we've done that in 500 years. So imagine a million years in the future.
That was mind-boggling, right? When one thinks about it, the Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, while the universe is about 13.8 billion years old. A planet where intelligent life appeared billions of years before it did on Earth would have a significant technological advancement over Earth. Consider a world in which intelligent civilizations thrive and technology advances rapidly. It stands to reason that earlier civilizations would have had more time to devote to technological advancements and refinement. This could lead to advances in scientific understanding, technological progress, and interstellar travel. Going by this, they must have already mastered spaceship technology and colonized their entire star system. The possibility that other technologically advanced civilizations are capable of interstellar travel raises the stakes even higher. These beings can communicate and travel across vast interstellar distances. The fact that there is no definitive evidence of this suggests that there could be maintaining an indirect presence beyond our current detection means. Mind you, that is not all. The Kardashev scale proposes a classification of civilizations based on their level of technological advancement. According to it, Type 2 societies consume all of the energy generated by their star system, whereas Type 3 societies consume all of the energy generated by their galaxy. The concept of Type 2 and Type 3 civilizations implies the existence of advanced technological capabilities beyond our own. Surely we may be doing nothing more than surviving on their whim. But wait a second. This has not yet been established, hence no cause for alarm. But have you heard of the Fermi Paradox? The Fermi Paradox highlights a discrepancy between the high likelihood that extraterrestrial civilizations exist and the lack of evidence or contact. Given the vastness and age of the universe, the paradox forces us to reconsider the possibility of encountering advanced civilizations in other worlds. This paradox implies that technologically advanced societies may be able to function in the future without relying on in-person interactions or other traditional forms of communication. Some theories, such as post-biological or post-scarcity civilizations, propose that technologically advanced beings may exist in incomprehensible forms. If their modes of communication and exploration fundamentally differ from what we can currently imagine, detecting their presence or activities may be extremely difficult. That is one way to look at it. The paradox also suggests that they may be present but have not yet ventured beyond their home star system. This is how. The vast distances between the stars make interstellar travel extremely difficult. Due to technological challenges, most civilizations remain within their home star systems, preventing them from engaging in galactic-scale exploration or communication. However, finding intangible objects is required to prove the existence of these beings. Well, the existence of these beings can only be confirmed by physical evidence. So what does it mean if we are the only intelligent beings in our galaxy?
I would go as far as to say there would be nowhere else where meaning exists in the Milky Way. Because meaning is one of those things that scientists don't talk about very much. Although Richard Feynman, one of my great heroes, did talk about it. There's a quote where he says, "What is the meaning of it all?" It's a great essay called The Value of Science. And so what is self-evidently true is that meaning exists here because it means something to us. So that's kind of an obvious statement. Your life means something to you and me, and so meaning exists. But I think it is a local and temporary phenomenon. I think it emerges. Meaning emerges from configurations of atoms, which is what we are. We are simply that. We're nothing more than that. We're very, very rare configurations of atoms, I think. And so that means that we are, if you go all the way down that line of logic, we are the only island of meaning in the galaxy.
Meaning can only be found in actual living, and not just any other life, but intelligent life. If we are the only sentient life in the universe, we have a huge responsibility to protect this precious gift of life and ensure the future of Earth for future generations. Even though our time here is limited, there is much sense in this short lifespan. Do you think that we are truly alone? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. To this end, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can always get a notification when we post the latest and most exciting tech news that you would not want to miss.